Hey guys, so I'm back to do a video, and that is a book review for Reign the Earth by A.C. Gorgon, and I couldn't help myself. I need to talk about this book because it was amazing, and like no one else has read it that I am friends with right now, and it's too hard, and I'm venting my feelings here because, mate, this book wrecked me and I don't want to read anymore. Like that's it. Like nothing can top this. Like I've been reading the same book for the past week and I feel really bad about it because like I finished up a book that I was like 100 pages off from and I did that in one sitting. But in the past week I've read 200 pages and that's really crap because normally I can read like 200 a day. So like what is going on with me? But I have to talk about it because it was amazing. I loved it so much, and there's going to be spoilers in this video. So only watch it if you've read it so that we can fangirl about reading it together, you know? So yeah, let's get into it. So one of my favorite things about this book is it did give me strong Wrath in the Dawn vibes while reading it. Like I love the Wrath in the Dawn. It had the similarities of the fake marriage and the desert setting, and just the characters felt very similar. The magic first system was like not similar, but I just felt a vibe from it and I loved that so much. Like I don't think this author was trying to write the Wrath in the Dawn, but I really enjoyed the similarities between them and it just made me love the book even more. I really did like the magic in this book and it wasn't hard to follow. Like some books put so much effort into making a magic system and there's like 20 different things in the magic and you can do this and this and this. This is just the 4 elements and it's perfect and it's easy to understand, and there's also so much more that can be expanded on. So I actually could say that it was a bit too little in a sense. Like it was understandable, but I feel like in the next book or the next books there's going to be a lot more going into the magic system, a lot more discovered, and it's really good because it's slowly revealing things, so it's very easy to follow as I said before. But it's not hard, and it's so many times you get really hard magic building, really hard world building. Like the world building wasn't hard because the magic was really easy, so that was really good. Like the standing of it was very easy to go with, and it's so good to actually have a book that I understand what I'm reading about. So the main character Shilia I love so much. Like she is just a beautiful human being and she's never mean. She's just the nicest person ever. So many times in this book people are trying to be mean to get people to do what they want, and she is just beautiful to everyone and she gets what she needs from people and she doesn't want things from people, but they just help her and she does things, and it's just amazing. And like she sacrificed so much for her people by marrying this king in the other land. She is just so strong to be able to keep going after all the things that she's been through or things that have happened to her, and I just can't with her. I love her so much. Like Shilia is my new favorite person. Her husband on the other hand, Calix, I hate that bitch. I hate him so much. He was so horrible and cruel, and his fear of the Elemente was so irrational, and it's like, mate, you have nothing to fear from them. They're just annoyed at you because they're being repressed and they can't do what they want to do. Like there's only like 20 of them. They're not gonna fight you. You just gotta like leave them alone because they're not gonna, like the only reason they would fight you is because you're repressing them and being an asshole to them. Like you should really understand that you don't need to battle them. Like a zillion years ago, if they just worked their shit out, they could have just lived peacefully, but no, they cannot do that. And just the way he does rule his kingdom through terror and pain was just horrible, and he inflicts it on his wife as well, and it's just so shit and I hate it. And I really hate that Shilia had to marry him in the arranged marriage. Like it's just so awful. I just heard it so much, and he deserves to die in the next book, hopefully. And the character that I love is Galen. He was such an amazing character and he's so complex and he's protective and he's sweet and he gets his shit done, but I love him so much, and he's the commander of the army and Calix's brother, and like the love triangle between all these characters, I was digging it so much. He truly fights for what he believes in, and having the reveal that he's actually the face behind the rebellion that's against his own brother and king was intense. I did not expect that to be the thing. We always knew Shilia's brother Ryan, if that's how you say it. Like it's spelt weird, but I don't think it's Rain, I think it's Ryan. How he was like the face of the rebellion, but he always said that he wasn't the leader of it. I'm thinking, who could it be? But Galen was not the person I expected, so he's fighting a battle against the rebellion and he's the face of the rebellion and he has all this stuff going on and he's just stressed all the time, and that is understandable. Stress is very annoying, especially when you have to lie to every person around you, but it was so intense and a really good part of the book for me because it just added so much more to this book, and I was just like, yes. So arranged marriages to me seem like a pretty common theme in fantasy books. Like it always gets a plot going. There is a few more arranged marriages that I have on my TBR to read too, but I have read quite a few and I love this plot point. Like I really enjoy having these two people that have never met and they've had to get married, and then as they learn about each other they fall in love and realize that they are the people to be together. One of them always has a secret though, and then they overcome the secret. But I love that aspect of arranged marriages, and it's great to know that this person was always picked to be the person for you, and they actually are like your soulmate, and it's beautiful, and it ends in love. This was not the case in this book. Heck no to the no. Calix was a horrible husband, and he abused Shalia in so many ways, like both physically and mentally, and I hate him. I just hate him. Like, Shalia is so kind-hearted, and to be around him and be so scared of him was so hard to read for me, because like she couldn't do anything, because if she made a move against him with her powers, because she is an Elemente, she would have said that too. So she married the guy that's scared of Elemente, and after the wedding she figures out that she can control the earth and she has to try and control it, and whenever she's around Galen she loses control because she loves him, and it's just like, what even? So she's so scared that she's gonna snap and just like attack him, and then he's gonna try and kill her, which sort of does happen at the end of the book. But you know, these fears at the beginning were so like heartfelt for me, because it's just like, no, everyone's gonna die, she's gonna get hurt, and then Galen's gonna die, and I couldn't handle it. He treated her so poorly, and he was different around like different people, but he was just showing her as an object, and like he threatened her with so many things, and just I also felt really bad because with the arranged marriage they had to consummate it because it wouldn't have been real, and she just didn't want to do it, and she thought it would have been like a one-time thing on the wedding, but he just kept wanting to have sex with her because he's like, I'm gonna get a baby and you, and I'm just like, bleh. Like seriously, she always hated it, and she felt so uncomfortable the whole time. Obviously it's hard for people to do it with someone that they don't want to be with, and it's really sad to read with Shalia, and I'm just like, why is this happening? Like, why can't she say no, and why can't this guy leave her alone? And it's just like, what? Ugh. And there's like a 10-year age gap between them, and it's just ew. Big turning point in the relationship though is when he slapped her when she was pregnant, because she got pregnant with the baby, and I'm just like, damn it, I didn't want her to be pregnant. Like, it's kind of annoying that she's pregnant because she's not going to be able to do much at a couple of months, and they're gonna just have to protect her, but he slapped her and she fell with her baby. She didn't lose baby, but like she fell, and it was just like horrible, and like her brother was there and he was about to bash the shit out of that guy, and that didn't happen. And what really upset me too is like Shalia, because she's from the desert, she doesn't have gods where she's from like Calix does, and she has like spirits and stuff. One thing is, when a woman is pregnant in her tribe, you go back to your tribe for your family to bless your baby before it's born, and she was so excited, and then Calix is just like, no, I got it, the baby's gonna be, it's like, no, my god can do it for you, and she's just like, and he's like, no, and I was so annoyed. It's just like, can you not make one sacrifice for your wife, for your unborn child? You'll come out looking like a monster because you wouldn't do the thing you meant to do, Calix. But yeah, he ends up taking her to the desert, and that doesn't turn out well, but seriously, it annoyed me so much. Let's go on to nicer topics though. I really did love the slow burn of the relationship between Shalia and Galen, because Galen just fell in love with her straight away, I feel, and it was so adorable. Like, I knew from the moment before the wedding, because one of the traditions for a wedding in the desert is that the husband is meant to take the veil off the bride because it's the first time they see each other, it's a connection, it means the unveiling of their new life, and Galen does it first because he didn't realize that was the thing. Because where Galen's from, that's not how weddings are. You don't even have like a veil probably in their weddings. When her veil gets taken off and she sees him and she's like, this is my husband, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna just take you to my brother so you can get married, and she was so shattered and offended, and everyone was offended, but they didn't say anything. And I'm thinking, that's who you're gonna get married to. Like, literally, like, I didn't know anything about these characters, but I was just like, obviously that's like the spirits are saying something here. You were meant to be with Galen, and that is what I'm feeling. He was so protective and nice to Shalia, and he had really great guards for her, and he was always amazing and had great conversations with her, and they just gradually fell in love with each other. How do you fall in love with your brother's wife? Because there's nothing you can do about it. And like Shalia, she loves Galen, but she's chained to Calix, and it's just, it was such an interesting triangle, because obviously she doesn't love Calix, she only loves Galen. We know who she loves. From being chained to a different person, that this triangle, like, I love this type of triangle, like, this is interesting. And just saying, something I did really love is near the end of the book when they ran away and they did talk about their feelings and said that they loved each other, and Shalia wanted to be able to experience making love with a person that she actually does love, even though she was pregnant, but it was really sweet that Galen did that for her, and she actually finally experienced it how it's meant to be, and he should have been the one she married, but it didn't happen. But it was like, I really liked that aspect, and the fact that Galen's gonna look after her baby girl, even though it is his brother's baby, he's gonna protect it like it's his own, and I was just like, yes! Like, it's all sweet and flowers right now with their relationship. Everything else went to shit. But two other characters that I really loved was Zeph and Theron, who were Shalia's guards, and they always protected her for everything, and they were so good. And Zeph was just so funny, but it made me so sad because at the end, when Calix found out she was Elemente and then took her in and was experimenting on her, and then they got her out, and then they were trying to fight and get across this bridge, and there's like 8 of them and a gazillion of these guys. Zeph is just like, bitch, I'm gonna protect you, and he turns on his whole entire life. Like, Calix is already screwed. He's out of there. Like, I mean, they know he's on the wrong side. So, I mean, he was already on the rebellion side, so it's not like he swapped. But having Zeph swap places and be with Shalia because he cares about her so much was so great. And it hurt me so much when Theron wouldn't do it. He was just like, this is the way we're gonna die, bro. And I'm just like, no! Like, why hurt me like this? Like, I was so upset that he didn't go to Shalia. Like, they had a bond and he didn't do it. And I was just like, damn it. And then Zeph lost his arm fighting for her, and I was just like, no, I'm so upset, and I hope Theron has like a redemption arc in the next book. And oh my god, though, the scene when, because after Calix hit Shalia and he wanted to do something nice for her, so they went to the desert, and then he started asking her all these really weird questions, and at the end he's just like, you know, you're not my wife, you don't care about me, you don't care about this stuff, and then he blew up her whole family. Like, I did not see that coming. And a couple of years ago, one of her other brothers died because her mum had 8 children, and now there's 3 of them left. So we've got Shalia, her brother Ryan, and then her other brother Kairos, who we call Kai. So out of like 10, there's 3 people left, and they got blown up, and she's there with all the bodies spewed everywhere, and I can't believe Calix did that. And he's just like, that's what you get for disobeying. And it's just like, you don't kill someone's whole family because they didn't do what you want. Like, what's the actual hell? Like, I just did not expect that level of shit to happen to this character. And then at the end, after the battle, Kai falls off a cliff and she tries to grab him with her powers, and then he's disappeared. So now she's got just Ryan with her, and then she's got a best friend there, and then she's got Galen. So she's got all these people around her, but she's lost all of her family. And her family, like, the family bond was so good. Like, he didn't see her family for most of the book, but like, she had such a great relationship with her parents and her siblings, and just, she lost everyone, and I just can't even. Honestly though, this was an amazing book, and I just want the next one now, and there's nothing on Goodreads yet. Like, is it happening? Like, please let the second book happen because it was amazing. I want to know more. I want to see her little baby girl be born. I want everything to happen. I want Calix to die. I just, oh, it's so amazing, and just everyone needs to read it because not many people have read this book, and more people need to read this book. But anyway guys, thanks for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!